What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Today I'm going to be discussing my top 10 Iann Rebirth snippets. Before we do start, I do just want to shout out to all channel members. Thank you guys for supporting me and making the videos possible. And with this being said, we're just going to dive into everything. So the first thing I do want to point out is there's a lot of snippets for this Rebirth era. I'm going to be narrowing it down between my 10 favorite, and honestly I could have made this like a top 15 or even a top 20, but with that out of the way, coming in at number 10 I have Turn Over in My Grave.
Counting all these bands till I turn over in my grave.
This is a newer snippet that we got at the end of July, and I just think it's a kind of cool change for Iann. It has this new rap flow that he's been experimenting with and trying to use on stuff like Zeros. I feel like we're hearing more and more songs in this kind of style, and Iann definitely hasn't dropped anything like this yet. So if any of these are going to make the album, at least these rap sounding songs, I hope this is one of them. Coming in at number 9, we have Finer Things. This song has almost exactly the same kind of vibe and feel to it as the last song, and I really like the way Iann adds the "On to Better Things" bar into the hook. That's honestly one of my favorite parts about this. I think this literally could have been on to Better Things as the title track.
Sorry about that, bitch, I'm on to better things, yeah.
But coming in at number 8, we have Saddest Soundtrack.
I'ma take your smile and turn it upside down.
The beat or the drums on this beat are done by Travis Barker, and we already know that Iann and Travis have a good chemistry together when making music, and I don't think Saddest Soundtrack is any exception to that. This is going to be the next single to Rebirth that's confirmed by Iann himself, and honestly this is one of my favorite Iann songs of all time. Number 7 is another new one called When I'm High. I think that the flow on this song is something pretty unique. It's one of the newer rap style Iann songs, and I personally really like this new style of Iann. I hope we get 2 or 3 of these songs on Rebirth. Granted, the tracklist is a full-length album and has at least 7 to 10 songs on it. Coming in at number 6, I have If I Could. This is a newer song that Iann played that honestly sounds like Gucci Bag 2 to me. This song really reminds me of an On to Better Things throwaway or an On to Better Things era song. I don't think it is, but it just reminds me of Iann's kind of newer voice and newer flows mixed with something like Complicated or, like I said, Gucci Bag, which are both from On to Better Things era. Now, getting into my top 5, this is honestly where the list started getting kind of hard, because I think at one point I had all of these songs as number 1. They're all really good, and if I wasn't doing this top 10 list, I would literally probably just want all these songs the exact same amount. But since we are doing the list, at number 5 I have Hard to Love. This is one of the older snippets that we got back in like April, and it's one that I really hope Iann doesn't forget about in releases. Out of all of the new rap songs that we've heard from Iann, this is definitely my favorite one. It honestly just sounds like the most completed and perfected sounding song from this era with that new rap flow or beats or whoever's producing these. It's a really dope vibe to me, and I really hope we get a couple of these on the album. Number 4 is a really new snippet that we got called Sweetest Demon.
Okay, I'm feeling insane, trying to put the pieces together.
This song sounds very unfinished, but I think that what Iann was going for on it is really cool. If he keeps the song pretty bare like this and just more of his actual voice and emotion, this is something I'd really enjoy. I think that might be a reason why a lot of people can't get into Iann, is because his music is obviously on the sadder end, and it does at times feel a little overproduced, but I think this song sounds perfectly mixed, and maybe besides tweaking a few bars or doing a little something to it, this could turn out to be one of the best songs on Rebirth. Number 3 is Bad Love. Now this song I had at number 1 and I kept changing it, but this song 100% has to release. It sounds like a perfected Rebirth pop, and that's just perfect to me. Iann can definitely make a pop hit, and with something like this on the album, it'd probably be one of the highlight tracks.
You're mad, making me go crazy. Bad love.
Alright, number 2 I have is Save Me or Perfect.
Adding character I'm doing things you never seen, yeah.
This is one of the more underrated snippets, I personally think, from this era. I don't even think anybody's uploaded it onto YouTube, and it just reminds me of a more alternative styled song that's something cool. I think a couple songs like this being on Rebirth would be pretty cool. I think Iann kind of teased this style of music with Falling on to Better Things, and if we have a couple songs like this on Rebirth, I think that would be a dope style and genre to have. Alright, so my favorite Rebirth snippet is Killing Me. I think that this song has the best hook, the best verse. It just really has a dope vibe to it. I really hope this ends up on the project.
Gangs out here, I'm still alone. Cocaine, champagne.
I've listened to this snippet so many times, and I'm just really hoping that it's on Rebirth. But let me know what your guys' favorite snippets were in the comments down below. If you want to stay updated with Rebirth and any other Iann projects coming in the future, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.